Our next guest won an Emmy Award for the documentary The Selling of Innocence, which is about the human sex trafficking trade. And it inspired her to write a book. And it's a book that certainly anybody can read, but it's really aimed at a young audience. Joining us right now to talk more about the book called I Kick and I Fly, Ruchira Gupta. Ruchira, good morning, and thanks for being with us today.
Good morning. I'm so pleased to be talking to all of you out there in Michigan. I've been to University of Ann Arbor to speak a few times, and I love the bookstore there.
Well, and hopefully they'll be carrying your new book, I Kick and I Fly. What inspired your work in this area, by the way?
I am a lifelong activist against sex trafficking, and I started an NGO for victims of sex trafficking, particularly their children who are born in the red light area. I wanted to prevent them from having the same destiny as their mothers in India. And, I had a hard time to keep the girls in school. They were hungry. They were from the red light area, so they were marginalized and bullied and stigmatized. And also the traffickers were out looking for them to kidnap them and assault them. So I thought that, I should start martial arts for the children, so at least they have a way of fighting back if somebody bullies them or kidnaps them. I started karate classes in my community center and in my school, which I run for the children of prostituted women. And then suddenly, one of the girls won a gold medal in karate, and everything began to change in the community. The children felt a sense of pride. The parents felt a sense of pride. The village also began to respect them because they brought a gold medal back to the village. And I began to see that the work I was doing was succeeding to educate the children. So I began writing I Kick and I Fly when the first girl in my NGO, Apne Aap, won a gold medal. I wanted to share the story with kids all over the world, especially here in America where I live, because I saw that girls between the ages of 13 and 15 here are also trafficked. And strangely enough, very similar situations, homelessness, food insecurity, foster care, abuse, loneliness, body shaming, bullying, the same things which my character Hira faces in I Kick and I Fly. I wanted to show them how to overcome adversity and fight back. And I based it on a true story so they know that this is possible. And that's why I wrote I Kick and I Fly.
Really inspiring for anybody who reads it, particularly young adult readers, and that's the audience that you wrote this for. A subject matter that really doesn't appear in many books for that audience.
Exactly, and that's the big culture war, I think, in the world, in India and in the United States, is what should we talk to our young people about and what should we not? And I am a professor at New York University. I have interns all the time who come and volunteer in my NGO, and I feel that it's very, very important to talk to young people about things which are going on in their lives. Human trafficking is the second largest crime in the world, according to the United Nations, and kids as young as 9 are being trafficked for sex. In India, in America, it's between the ages of 13 and 15. So this is happening all around us, in the very city that you are in Michigan, and, we don't talk about it, so young people are not equipped, nor are parents and teachers equipped to talk to young people about these issues. And I think, as Gloria Steinem says in my book, about my book, she says it could save lives. I truly believe that. I think, this is a way to discuss what's going on, get clues from my character, Hira. I call the book a social justice adventure because it's fast-paced, it's a turner. I Kick and I Fly is exactly like its name. She kicks and flies in every chapter. But also there are so many clues and so many ways to talk about it. And that's why I wrote this book, because I want this book to get to young people.
Yeah. The story, as you say, takes place in India, but it is a universal tale about overcoming adversity. What do you hope that readers will take away from this novel?
I want readers to take away hope. I want them to see that, the worst of crimes, the worst of issues in our world, like slavery existed in the 19th century. And today we say slavery is bad. Monarchy existed in the 19th century. And now, we just have like titular heads of state, but mostly democracies. So we put bad things behind us, and I think we can do so again. Human trafficking is probably the worst evil which exists in our world right now, and we can tackle it. So I am hoping that the book will be used in different ways to tackle the crime of human trafficking, and I really believe we can create a world in which no child is bought or sold. Right now, at any given moment, there are about 300,000 victims of sex trafficking.
Wow. That's a staggering number.
Exactly, and this is a number which is from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Michigan has a task force against sex trafficking because so many kids are out there who need help. And, by equipping our schools to be able to talk to kids about these issues, we can make a difference. Because very often, kids are recruited by traffickers because the kids are innocent. They don't know. Somebody's offering them love. Somebody's offering them shelter. Sometimes somebody's even offering like a fun time. But the child doesn't know what this can lead to. And, there are ways to reach out. There are national trafficking hotlines. There's a Trafficking Victim Protection Act. So I'm hoping that my book will trigger a conversation. And I want people to join this movement against human trafficking. So I wrote I Kick and I Fly, so to pass the baton on to the next generation and make my movement bigger and broader. What I did in my NGO, Apne Aap, in India, can be replicated in every community in the United States.
It's a topic we don't talk about nearly enough, and this certainly opens the way to do that. It's called I Kick and I Fly. It's a real tale of inspiration. Ruchira Gupta, thanks so much for telling us about this, for writing the book, and hopefully this will, as you say, pass the baton to the next generation to take up this cause.
Thank you. I hope every girl and boy out there will think about becoming like Hira, the girl in my book, who becomes a kung fu champ and escapes prostitution. You can all become champs in your own way.
Very inspirational indeed. Ruchira, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.